Boom, bam. Thank you guys for subscribing. Over and out. Are you struggling with injuries? Are you thinking about how to prevent the injuries that might come? If the answer is yes, then this episode is right for you. Today I'm going to give you at least 5 reasonable solutions how to avoid getting injured. By the way, my name is Boris Kish and welcome to my channel. So first of all, luckily, during my whole bodybuilding career, I never had any serious injury. I was lucky, the Lord was protecting me himself, but I was always doing some things, how to prevent that and how to avoid that to happen. One of the number one biggest thing that you should really be taking care about is to listen to your body. This is something that I learned from my coach, my first coach, and this is something that I learned from the system from Dexter Jackson, who was Mr. Olympia in 2008. You know why he was maintaining his form for such a long period of time, because whenever he felt that something hurts, that the muscle is signalizing that injury is going to happen, he changed the exercises and he was not doing anything that was hurting that specific body part till it fully recovered. And if you don't really listen to your body, if you're just going to train with your ego, the injury is definitely going to happen. I'm going to tell you, please stay till the end. At the end is going to be the most important thing what happened to me today and how avoid that. The second most important reason how to prevent injuries and how to stop getting injured in general is that you have proper nutrients during the whole day in the body. If you feel that you didn't eat enough, then don't give your absolute maximum at the gym. If you're really somebody who wants to improve muscle mass and strength, you have to have your meals decently organized during the day. If this is not the case, if you missed some meals, so I'm not speaking that you cannot miss the proper protein intake in this 24 hours period that I was explaining in a previous episode. I'm saying if the muscle didn't got everything that he's supposed to get during the day in normal short, like every 2-3 hours, and if the goal is hypertrophy, don't kill it if you feel that the pump, that the glycogen, is not there. Number 3 is taking enough amount of salt. Salt is not an enemy, especially in bodybuilding. More salt, more hydration in the muscles, even it will be easier for glycogen to be stored in the muscles if you take decent amount of salt. That doesn't mean that you have to kill your kidneys. You have to eat salt like it's sugar or whatever, but I would say without any problem at least 10 grams per day. This is definitely going to make muscles fully hydrated, and you will have much less chance to get injured. Number 4 are the stretchings. Be absolutely sure that you stretch your tendons, ligaments, muscles after every workout. There are some studies that say that this is not okay, but trust me, whenever I did that, I was stretching the fascia, I was able to build more muscles, and this definitely helped me how to prevent any kind of injuries. This is extremely, extremely important. And of course, the number 5 is proper amount of sleep. If you felt that you had to work overnight, if you went out, if you did something and you didn't had enough proper sleep, and tomorrow you want to go heavy load in the gym, this is definitely a no-go. Don't do that. If the sleep is not 100% how can I say, fulfilled. There is no reason for you to do your heaviest training possible. So why did I told you all of this? So this means this is a little bit contradictory to what was I explaining in my previous videos. This doesn't mean that you should be, how can I say, hypersensitive about what you did in the previous day or in the during day, and how to know when to give your maximum or not. I mean, I will give you a typical example. For example, today I was thinking, should I make this video or not? And I said, okay, I will think about it. And I went to the gym. And since, I was really doing this professionally, I was not an IFBB pro, but I was doing this professionally for most of my life, I was much bigger and stronger. And now I'm making kind of comeback for myself, not where I was before, but let's say up to 80% to what I was before. And, I'm of course increasing my strength and power almost in every session. I'm on TRT now, and today I didn't had such a good day. Not that I'm now complaining to you, bitching, self-victimizing myself. It's nothing about that. But I didn't sleep so good last night. I was waking up a lot of the time. I had to go to the toilet. I had some nightmares. And today I had a lot of, it was a busy day, so I didn't eat as often as I planned and as much as I planned. It's not an excuse, but I really didn't had proper time how to organize everything. One of those days came, and I had a little bit more, how can I, it's not stress, but I was not even worrying, but I was, more into mental mindset, how to organize everything and how to do everything properly, when you have one of those days. And then I went to the gym and I was trying to push my maximum again on the bench press. When I said maximum, I mean maximum in clean sets, when I'm doing at least 6 clean repetitions. And I felt when I went to the 80% of my planned weight that I was supposed to lift, even before that, my pack here is really, how can I say, it was not hurting, but it was like knife is inside that is not sharp, and it's trying to split the muscle from the tendon. And my ego was telling me, it's nothing, come on, we can do this, we can lift heavier. It was a progressive last week, we can increase the weight. And I really wanted, it would be easier for me to do that than not to do that, as I didn't do that. But I'm very proud of myself that I was able to convince myself not to go as heavy as I could. And I stopped at those 80-85%, and I said, fuck it, it's not going to be as productive training, but maybe it was one of the most productive trainings that I had in a while, because I didn't luckily get injured. I mean, I believe in fate, in destiny. If it's meant to be, it will be, but that doesn't mean that I have to do everything wrong to get injured. And really, the signal, so the pain is a fantastic thing. That's what I'm trying to explain now. When the body is telling you it hurts, stop, then you should really stop. Give that muscle a break, do something else. So I will avoid bench pressing even if it means a month, 2 months, until this part gets fully healed. And then I will again try to do that exercise. I mean, it's way better to get injured than to go to operation, than to look shit for the rest of your career, and life and whatsoever. I mean, but as I said, it was really difficult for me not to go extreme, because I really feel great after the gym. This is giving me drive, when I know that I give everything that I could. And now in the way I didn't, but then again, mentally I did, because, I was stronger than my ego. And I said, let's stop it. Let's not do this today. There will be plenty more gym sessions when I can increase the weight. So That's the point for today. I'm pretty sure that if you follow these 5 rules, you will not get injured, and I really do not want you to get injured. Tell me please in the comment section what you think about this, and please like and subscribe video if you like it. Till next time, bye.